Are you in need of FIFA 22 coins to improve your squad? Look no further than u7buy.com, offering some of the cheapest coins on the market whilst being one of the safest and the most reliable websites around in the market today. Make sure as well, if you do go to the website, you use code Viper at checkout to get yourself a discount. Let's get into the video. What's going on, lads? Viper here and welcome to another player review on the channel. Today EA released Tanganga as a player pick, so you've got an option of right back or left back. Both the same card, just different positions, of course. I personally will be taking the left back one. He fits my team better if I take the left back one. And obviously, this one is left footed. The other one, actually, that's quite interesting. So the left back has medium-high work rates, whereas the right back has high. And obviously, their preferred foot is different for the position they're playing in. But I do think, just looking at the cards straight away, I do think it looks pretty decent. As I said, I'm taking the left back one. Let's go and slot him in the team real quick. Tanganga is actually a player that I really like in real life as well. So it's nice for him to get a card. Now, I knew he was coming already. So what I'm going to do in game, is I'm actually going to do this in game. I'm going to play him as a centre-back, and we'll play probably 2 live games. Maybe 1, because I am 10-0 in champs. And we'll just get a full game, because it will probably be quite sweaty. So it'll be a good test for him. With that being said, though, we're actually going to, as I said, we're going to switch him in game into centre back. We'll do that with Varane as well, so he's left footed on the left hand side. And let's actually take a look at the stats now. First of all, 5'11", medium high, left footed. He's got a 3-star weak foot. You don't really care on centre backs or full backs for that matter. I do personally think if you are taking this one, you should be playing him at centre back. But if you do take the right back one, I do think he'd be a good option as a kind of defensive option as the right back. But because this one's got medium high in comparison to the right back one, which has high, I do think this one is more of a centre back. That is the reason I've taken this one. But without further ado, let's actually look at the stats. 92 pace with 84 dribbling, which is really nice on the centre back. 82 passing. He's got 86 defending and 87 physical. Really, really good stats. I'm hoping he's got good agility and balance in game as well. We'll look at the attributes in a sec. Obviously, as well, he links to a lot of good cards, being English and in obviously the Premier League. Another thing to consider as well is he isn't the cheapest in the world either. He's an 81 rated squad. He's an 83 with an inform. And I believe he's an 85 with a future stars. Relatively high chemistry requirements on all of them as well. So it's going to cost you probably in the range of like 150, 200k. Fodder is still quite expensive right now. But for me personally, I think this is a great card. As I said, let's look at the attributes as well. So he's got low acceleration in comparison to his sprint speed, which isn't good. Obviously, the acceleration is still really high at 87. 96 sprint speed. Then we've got 80 vision, 81 crossing, 88 short pass with 82 long pass. That's really good passing for a centre-back. Then his agility is 83. His balance is 80. He's got 93 reactions, which is really good. Then he's got 85 ball control with 83 dribbling. Low composure at 80. But that shouldn't be an issue for us. His defensive stats are really nice as well, actually. He's got 87 interceptions, 78 heading accuracy. But as you guys know, that doesn't really matter on this game. 88 defensive awareness, 88 stand tackle, and 82 slide tackle. Now, once again, with the slide tackle, we don't really care about that. It doesn't really affect you in game. So we don't need to worry about that at all. Then we look at the jumping. He's got 97 jumping, which is really nice. 84 stamina does not matter on centre-backs. 88 strength and 87 aggression. So his stats are really good for a centre-half. I definitely wouldn't play this card here as a fullback. I just don't think he's good enough. For me, I like my fullbacks to be really, really good going forward. And with the shooting stats that he's got, he's just not going to offer you anything in that regard. So I really do think if you take the left-back one, you should be playing him at centre-back. The right-back one is a bit more of an advance in full-back, in my opinion. I still probably would play the right-back at centre-back as well, though. But you do have the opportunity to use him at full-back as well, if you do take the right-back one, that is. In terms of chemistry style, I think I want to play an anchor on him. Literally just because his speed is already really high. At 92 pace, which is really nice. We're getting the +5 to acceleration, taking it up to 92. Maxed out sprint speed at 99. Then when we look at what it does, more specifically for his physicals, that's where I think the upgrade's important here. But with the defending, you're getting 92 interceptions, 83 heading accuracy, 93 defensive awareness. Basically maxed out stand tackle at 98. And slide tackle is going up as well, but we don't care about that one, as I've already said. But maxing out that stand tackle is going to be really nice. Maxing out the jumping as well, that's up to 99. Strength is up to 98, and aggression is up to 92. The main reason I wanted to put the anchor on is I wanted to get the strength and aggression up. As he is a bit short in game, so his body type isn't going to be the best. But he should jockey really quickly, which is what I'm hoping for. So what we're going to do now, guys, I've talked for long enough. Let's get into a game with Tanganga at centre-back. I'll just keep you here for the entire live game. See how we get on. And yeah, 10-0 in champs. Let's go. All right, lads. Into the game we go with Tanganga. I've already played one with him. It was just a very, very boring game, though. It's not worth you seeing that. But yeah, this guy's got a good team. And yeah, let's see how we get on with him. But yeah, he was okay in the first game. His body type is a bit bad. Like, because of his body type being like so slim, what ends up happening is he gets bodied by a lot of players, which is a bit disappointing. I don't know if is this guy giving me a win or something? No, he isn't. Okay, cool. But yeah, he was okay in the first game. I don't really see him as a fullback, and honestly, I don't know if he's a centre back either. Very, very odd card, if I'm being honest. Unfortunately, yeah, it's just he's a bit too slimlined really to be a centre back, which is a bit disappointing. But yeah, let's give him one more game and see how we get on with him. I just don't know, guys. I just don't know. I don't know if he's the one right now. I think you might get as much out of Kimpembe. One thing I will say about the card, though, is it's really nice being able to come out of defence and sprint boost with him. It's quite weird to get used to, but obviously being able to sprint boost with your centre-backs is quite nice, to be honest. So good pass on him, good spread on him. I don't know what's happened with my team, though. It's not playing the right way. But let's win this game, see how Tanganga gets on. I think he'll be really good against counter-attacks. But I just don't know if he's a guy, really. I forget if the right back one has good attacking stats. I don't think he does. The gameplay right now, by the way, lads, is absolutely disgraceful. So I'm really having to fight the elements here. But stick that one into Haaland. Thank you very much. No, never mind. I'm not sure if I like this Haaland card either. I thought I'd give him a go on stream. Not sure if he's my kind of player, though. He is very good, but he should be beating Kimpembe there, in my opinion. We're not here for Haaland, though. We're here for Tanganga. I hate the fact that certain players, when you tackle with them, they just don't get the ball back. And Tanganga seems to be one of them players, which is really, really unfortunate. And if it's happening at centre back, it's going to happen at full back as well. And it's just really disappointing. You know, he's got 98 stand tackle. Everything should stick to his feet when you tackle with him for the most part, and it just doesn't. Very, very disappointing in my opinion. But in that regard, anyway, I've played this guy before. What a goal that is from Ronaldo, though. 1-0 up. Is he going to leave? He might leave. He's left. Okay, we'll get into another game then. Alright, guys. Into the game we go with Tanganga. I have literally been recording for ages now, and I keep on getting given free wins. Now, I don't have an issue with getting free wins, but to this extent, it's a bit crazy. This guy's got a sick team. He's got Team of the MSE. He's got Sue. He's got Bess. He's got Petit. He's got that new Kanate as well, which is nice. Zaha, which is an interesting pick. Yeah, let's see how we get on with it, man. It's been really, really hard to review this. It's just been a bit of a ball ache. And as I said to you, I don't mind getting free wins, but man, it was getting a bit jarring. So no matter what, this is going to be the last game I record. So yeah, we've had literally like 4 free wins, funnily enough. But that's a good ball. That I'm going to bang that. Oh, checked it. Oh, Haaland. Oh dear, this game is very, very bad, guys. Oh dear. I mean, I'll take it. The game I lost was stress, man. If I showed you that, I was effing and blind and YouTube were going to demonetize me and all sorts. But he wasn't like the worst, right? I'm going to compare him at the end to a certain card. You know, there's a lot of cards you could compare him to, I suppose, but left backs generally on this. Oh my god, left backs generally on this game aren't that good. It kind of goes Cancelo, and then there's a massive drop off. So finding a left back that's good for you is really, really difficult, in my opinion. I really like the Rule Breakers Davies. I really, really like Tierney. I don't mind that Delaney either. That should be 2. Oh, come on, Haaland, man. But obviously, it's yeah, you've got few and far between really for your left backs on this game at the moment. It's a key position that needs improving. So yeah, hopefully, EA give us some more, because Tanganga, as I've said multiple times now, isn't a left back. Either of these cards really, and they're definitely more suited to centre back. But as I've told you guys already, the issue is his body type doesn't really suit centre back. Doesn't really suit fullback either, to be honest. He is okay. He's quick off the mark. His passing's nice. His dribbling's really nice, and he jockeys really well. So if you value that a bit more over, like, I would say his positioning is a bit sus. And I would say the body type issue, it really does concern me. As you can see there, how quickly he was able to jockey and turn there to get to Ronaldo is really, really nice. But not every time did the tackle stick to him either. That was the really nice thing with Saliba. His tackles were really, really sticky. And every time you did tackle with him, it would stick to him. And you'd end up keeping the ball, retaining the ball, you know. So, can't say the same for this card, unfortunately. Is that going to be 2? It should be. Thank you very much, Haaland. Good ball over from Socrates. I don't know why I'm using Socrates. I just kind of wanted to try Haaland. He's not very good in the sweaty games. And, yeah, it was really hard to link Bellingham without Haaland, unfortunately. Obviously, we packed Jude out of a player pick a few days ago. And there's no way he's not playing in my team, because he is just a joke. One of the best cards I've used on the game, actually. Didn't like him at the start, but when I started to play a few more games with him, he's an absolute beast, to be fair. If you watch this as well, I think I did showcase this already, you can actually sprint boost it out the back with him, which is actually really, really strange. But it's nice at the same time. Oh no, he's had a stinker there though. Nice, Bellingham. As you can see though, his body type just does not suit the position he's playing. If he was an attacker, that body type would be fine. But unfortunately, he's either a fullback or centre back, and it just isn't the best. And unfortunately, it's not the best centre back you'll use or fullback. He doesn't really have the dribbling qualities at the high level to be a good fullback. He doesn't have the passing qualities either, really. Which is just a bit unfortunate, to be honest. They should have just given us a centre-back version, made it a bit more expensive, and given him better defending stats, you know. I would personally take the right-back one, just to be able to... What I forget what the difference is now between the two. I think there is one. Nice. Nice one, Haaland. That's 3-0. This guy's going to leave. Let's get into the final part of the review. Alright, guys. So, review done on Tanganga. He's an interesting card. He is definitely not the best. Obviously, I picked the left-back one. You can pick the right-back one if you want. The reason I decided to go for this one in the end was because his stats don't really offer you to go forward very well with him. And obviously, that one has high work rates, which means he's going to push up and down a bit more. This one offers medium-high work rates, and just generally his card is more suited to a defensive fullback or a centre-back. That is why I think the left-back one's better. Obviously, if chemistry requires you to, you have to take the right-back one. Fair enough. You're going to have to put an engine on him 100% if you do want to play with, use him as a more attacking fullback. He really isn't going to offer you that much going forward. So I would highly suggest you take the left back one if you are going to do him. His body type is his biggest issue. Having that body type at centre back, even at fullback as well, just isn't going to serve you well. I really don't think he is the best card I've used this year by any stretch. He's nowhere near good enough, in my opinion, if you're going to the high level of champs. Obviously, I'm at the top elo right now. He hasn't played bad. I can just feel that against the stronger, taller, bigger body type players, he's not going to be able to keep up correctly, and he'll just get bodied. And that's why somebody like Saliba will offer you so much more. I would highly recommend you do Saliba over a card like this. I'd imagine a lot of you will be looking at playing this card at centre-back. At least, I would imagine so anyway, because he's not good as a fullback. Just generally, he's got too low agility and balance to play at fullback. His passing really isn't good enough, and his shooting stats are absolutely woeful for a fullback. So, the verdict is, go and do Saliba over this card. You'll have a better time. He is one of the better left-backs, like, overall rating-wise. But for me personally, I would rather have Kieran Tierney at left-back. I think Kieran Tierney is a lot better going forward, has good passing, and is a lot better at tackling and making the tackle stick. I would much rather you have him. Obviously, we've got an anchor on both of them. They're both the same pace. Tanganga is just a bit better defensively, but I generally don't feel it. I do think that Tierney is a better card. What I will say, though, is if you are going to do him, he does jockey fast. He's very quick, but just be wary of his strength, because he's got 98 strength with the anchor applied, but it honestly feels like it's 70 just because of his body type. You have to be aware of that. He isn't going to be very strong in tackles either, as I said, in the gameplay. So with somebody like Saliba, the tackles stick, so you'll do a stand tackle with him, and he'll end up coming away with the ball. With Tanganga, that doesn't really happen too much. You kind of have to try and block shots with him instead of actually going in for tackles, which is not a way I like to play. I'm very disappointed that this card isn't as good as I was expecting it to be. Let's go over all of his stats and rate them real quick. So pace is a 9 out of 10. He does feel quick. Obviously, maybe the anchor isn't doing what I want it to do. Maybe you can try Shadow on him and really boost up that acceleration. But the anchor was still okay in my opinion. So I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. And then the passing, I'm actually going to give, for a centre-back, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. For a full-back, I'm also going to give a 7 out of 10. His passing's okay. It's not great. His crossing's low. His vision's a bit low. He's got good short pass. But as I said to you guys, I really do look at this card as a centre-back. And if we're looking from a centre-back, that is okay. And that passing is really decent, actually, for a centre-half. And then his dribbling is going to be probably the thing that I rate the highest. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10. I really do like, with his small body type and him being 5'11", he's able to jockey really fast. That's not going to make up for the fact that he's got low composure. That's not going to make up for the fact that his tackles don't stick. But if you're able to jockey quickly with him, you can make block shots very easily because he's so quick with the jockeying. Defending, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10 just because, as I just said, the tackles don't stick at all with him. That's a body type issue, unfortunately. And then, as well with the physical, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10 because he has really high strength and aggression. But due to the fact his body type's poor, he just isn't really feeling that kind of strength. You know, we've got 98 strength on him, and he didn't feel like he could body Ronaldo gold card. So, do you have to be wary of this card? He is okay. He's not worth the price he is. Go and get Kieran Tierney, you'll get more out of him. And as a centre-back, go and do William Saliba. He'll offer you more. But overall rating, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10. Very disappointed, but he is still okay if you do really like him. He will still do something for you, but he is nowhere near as good as some of the other SBCs we've had in Future Stars. But guys, if you did enjoy today's video, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, turn on the bell so you never miss a player review. But guys, that's going to be it from me for now, so take care.